Well, hello there. We meet again for another Minecraft adventure, this time a little bit different because I am in Java version, which is a little bit different from what you might play on the PlayStation 4 or the Nintendo Switch or any of those other consoles, but I'm here because 1.17 is out, which means that a new version of Minecraft is out, and the Caves and Cliffs update part 1 is a thing. So I wanted to do a playthrough of, what's going on with this, map. I'm on a random seed here, and I'm going to kind of pick things up as they are and hopefully find some Caves and Cliffs update things to explore with you. My name is Brian Saviano, Bricks O'Brien. I am a pro Minecraft player, the most experienced Minecraft player. You could argue the greatest Minecraft player of all time. And I've been kind of sort of keeping an eye on this update. I don't know what this is, but okay. Kind of sort of been keeping an eye because I know that... I don't know what this is. But I know that this is something people have been looking forward to, not so much for the first portion. I mean, there is stuff. But for the second portion, there is lots of generating mountains that's different compared to what you're used to in Minecraft. So, for this first part of the Caves and Cliffs update... a lot of the items are added into the game, but they're not necessarily altering the game all too much, which kind of makes it a little disappointing for some people. I'm looking forward to finding, animals like goats and everything else because they're new, and I was very excited about the bees when those finally showed up, and now I'll hopefully be very excited about there being goats and other things, I don't know the extent of the updates, so I'm going to kind of explore things as they go and just see what kind of happens there. There's a puppy. That's cool. There's also me, who live streams me playing Minecraft on Twitch. So, if you want to see me play more Minecraft adventures, you can do that live with me. 3 days a week I play a variety of games, including Minecraft. So if you want to check that out, you can go to twitch.tv/BricksO'Brien to see what's going on over there on the channel. I'm playing on this world as well as a variety of other things. So if that suits your fancy, do that. But if not, these videos are going to be just as action-packed as anything else, and I'm excited to dive in. So I'm kind of sort of starting from ground zero. I don't really like that idea, but with the Caves and Cliffs update, it's just kind of roaming around and hoping for the best. I feel like I should probably be making like a crafting table and doing all sorts of things. I still have the basic Bricks O'Brien Minecraft skin on. That's the wrong thing I'm putting on the ground. But I'm used to just having the newer skin that I have in the Bedrock version of Minecraft, which is indeed different compared to the Java version. Java version has a couple of things that are different. I've actually never done a video series, I think, in Java, at least not in a very long time. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of the differences about that before we dive into the meat and potatoes, or the wheat and rotten flesh of this playthrough. So you'll notice there's this little sword thing that appears on screen right underneath the cursor in the middle. So instead of you just spamming and wailing at things... Oh, there's a thing over there. Instead of wailing at things like this, you're going to have like this kind of charge meter with your sword. So if you do one hit, I'm not going to hit the baby. I'm going to do one hit here. This will do more damage per charged up hit, and it's going to do a sweeping effect. So it accidentally hit the baby there, but then if I do this, 2 shots. Whereas before, in a Minecraft Bedrock version of this world, it would end up being severely more effort and time that goes into it to try to, defeat a sheep or a monster, a zombie, or, otherwise. So that's the main difference of the combat right there. That is what's different, and everything else will just kind of come in due time. We'll see what things are actually different and how it impacts the game, but I'm starting basically out in the middle of nowhere, and we'll see where this all takes us. I have nothing to... heal myself or anything. I'm currently a zombie, so that's great. These fountains do nothing, as always, so that's stellar. Considering I'm in a desert and an ocean, I should probably start up a house. I should do a whole bunch of things, but we'll see where the night takes us. We're just getting started. We're just getting spicy all throughout here. You know how it is? So that's just kind of how it be. That's just kind of how it do. So I don't see anything remotely interesting for structures anywhere. I see bunnies. and I see caves, which the caves, I feel like I should establish an actual household real quick. I'm not seeing any. Ooh, you can see that there's all these ores that are actually different all throughout here. So they have a different texture to them, which it's been a very long time since they've updated the textures on any of these default ores. Very surprised that that's actually a thing. So as much as I want to discover all of these ores and how they're different, I'm going to just not, because I need to get somewhere for safety, for shelter. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I gotta avoid you. Why is there lava? Why is there a creeper? Okay. Okay. Nope. Oh, get away. Okay. 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 We're off to a great start, kids. What? What? I'm in a house. How did this happen? Well, this is weird. I don't remember making this house on camera. Well, there's like a ladder. There's all this stuff. There's coordinates here. Hey, that's cool. There's a jukebox. Is there anything in it? Oh, there is. Yeah. All right, cool. What's in here? Just a bunch of stuff. All right. Well, this is what? This is what? Chirp? What music disc is it? It just says music. Oh, Chirp. Okay, cool. So I got it right. So this is a house. This is a pit. That's a farm. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on around here. Here's a farm. I mean, this house looks pretty good. You know what I mean? It looks pretty good. All right. Oh, I don't want to fall in there. No. Hold on. There's a nice looking pen here. I don't know what goes in here, but all right. Well, okay. So I can explain. This is not like a traditional Minecraft series I've done in the past. This is a purposeful thing. All of this over here. You know, it's pretty interesting compared to what I normally do. But right now, I'm actually on a server. This is a server that I am on with a few other people, a few of my moderators, people that I know. And we are doing this server. Mostly they are doing this server. The vast majority of the work on here, just to have fun. And I figured instead of starting a whole Minecraft series from scratch, starting with this world here and exploring the caves and cliffs in this world would be a lot more efficient considering how much progress we've actually made. And as you can tell by structures like this, a lot of progress has been made already. So instead of going from the very beginning, I'm going to show you every single thing that we've done in this world as a team and just how much time and effort has gone into this, because there's been a lot of time and a lot of effort. So thank you for joining me for whatever this series is called. I don't know why I'm grabbing this stuff, but whatever. So obviously, you know, I have nothing, but this is here, and you're like, well, Brian, this is made out of diamonds, is it? Yep, we made a lot of progress. So as much as I love, you know, chirping out here next to the pit, I'm going to move on and show you a little bit of the world that we have created over the past couple of months. I made this right here, a commendable effort by me. So I did that, and I'll explain what that kind of means in a little while. But yeah, I made this farm over here. I made this house. This actually isn't my house. It's a house that I made because of how I have felt in recent times, and I'll elaborate on that in a little while. But basically, can I get down here? I don't think there's any safe way for me to get down here. So, you know, we'll get down there eventually. But I'll show you where my actual house is and what the deal is with everything else around here. So long story short, so there's a few people that are on this server that participate and they kind of play. Ooh, I could actually break out down here. Should I do that? I kind of should, right? Let's just see. Yeah, there we go. Look how smart I am. All right. And then waterlog it, and then boom. No, am I going to survive? I am going to survive. Nice. Look at that. Ingenuity there. So there's a lot going on. The first thing that I'll explain to you right here is this pit. And you're like, Brian, did you mine all of this? The answer is no, I did not. Oh, I got to avoid all these mobs. Hold on. So just because we made all this progress in this world doesn't mean that it's impossible for me to actually take damage and die. So hopefully I don't die here. I'm going to make a mad dash across here. All the chunks over here are all mined out, and this thing in the middle right here is actually a mob farm that I started to do the exterior of, but I gave up. So that kind of plays into what, you know, this is all about too. So all the mobs will spawn on that tower right there, and eventually they will net a bunch of rewards and whatnot. So what initially started over here was a project that I kind of gave myself because of just how expansive this world is and my lack of abilities with building. So if you look over here, you see this section of glass right here. This was an entire chunk that I dug out myself, and I dug out every block underneath here, coated it in glass, and all the resources from it are all in these chests all the way over here. And you might be like, Brian, that seems like a massive waste of time. You have so much more that you could be doing with your time, making multi-million-dollar deals, you know, flirting with women on swiping apps. Why are you here digging this hole? Do you have nothing better to do with your time? And the answer is obviously I always do. I'm always busy. I'm always busy making multi-million-dollar deals. But compared to what everyone else on this realm has done, and the technical proficiency and the creative abilities of the people on this server, I am the objective weakest link. And this is just merely a smidge of everything that has been going on. So there is a lot to unpack with this world so far. This is many months of progress, over 8 months of progress in this world alone. I'm going to go through and explain everything as best I possibly can. But if you know me and you know my Minecrafting playstyle, there is no way I could have done this on my own. It would have taken me decades to do, even with all my experience in Minecraft. So, welcome to the Bob SMP. So yeah, it's all around here. There's a Chick-fil-A. So, you know, obviously I didn't make all this stuff. The frame rate's going to get a little jaggedy here. You'll see why in a minute. So there's a lot going on here, and that house before was actually not my house. My house is actually located right over here. This is Castle O'Brien, which has gone through not quite many iterations, but wow, this frame rate is super laggy. It's gone through a bunch of... I've gone through a bunch of different places where I have existed, this being one of them over here. This was actually made by someone that is on the server, Ant McLeod, Anthony, someone who has been I guess a fan of my videos for a long time, and he helps keep the peace around my corners of the internet. And you can see, he made all of this. He did all this. He is a incredibly savvy Minecraft builder, and just, he's got that taste for design. And I could never make something like this to this extent. It's incredible, and he did an awesome job, and he made this just for me. You might be like, Brian, why is there a Okay. Get out. You're not getting anything from Santa. What? Okay. So there's Dead Angelo, and you might be like, what? This is D'Angelo. So D'Angelo from 101 Things to Do in Minecraft has risen once again, ladies and gentlemen. He's back. He's back, and he's alive in the Bob SMP. Yeah. And he's also dead over here. So, you know, we got those two combined. So D'Angelo kind of lives on the roof over here. And his dead brother. So that's good. But yeah, everything else in this house, like the resources that are all in this chest right here, I have gotten myself, including this set of armor over here. In 101 Things to Do in Minecraft, I had a full netherite set of armor by the time that I ended, I think. And now, because it's incredibly easy to actually get this stuff, it just takes a while, now I have the full set. So I can grab all this stuff, and I can equip it. This is called the Red Bull After Party, because Red Bull gives you wings, and that was the best part of PAX East 2021, or 19. I have some Bob leggings, of course I do. I have Brian's AirPods, which is kind of weird. And I also have the Bob beanie, all of which have been merchandise items that I have done in the past. Now, I did not name these. The other person on the server, who is incredibly build savvy and technically an incredible builder, is Brandino. So he actually gifted me the diamond set of armor for this, and I turned it into netherite. So big shout out to Brandino. And you can see there's like another set of elytra over here. There's all these different things all throughout here. And there's a long history with this world, so there's a lot to unpack here. But enough of that. I was walking around like a plebeian. But now, As you know, Red Bull gives you wings. Nope. Hold on. Wait. I need food. Hold on. Wait. And I also need to get my tools. Hold on. Bam. There we go. All right, so there's some chicken. Before I head out of the... What's this called? Got a blast. Before I head out of there, I'm going to show you my tools. So these are my tools that I have that I use to, do all the things. So this is called the ice pick, and I'll tell you why this is like one of the best picks in the game. This is also the stats, by the way. This is the hex spoon. I should probably rename that now that I'm doing this, but there's the birch breaker. And there's the Swift Justice. If any of you give me trouble, I'll ban you. And the Block Axe over here. So we have Protection 4, Respiration, Aqua Affinity. Everything has Mending on it. Unbreaking, if it's possible. Soul Speed, Feather Falling. Depth Strider, so that's great. Mending, Silk Touch, Efficiency, Fortune, as much as possible all throughout each of these different items. So this is everything that I have for my gear, and the reason why that hole is right there so I can fly, and then yoink, and I try not to hit the exterior, but a lot of the time I do. So this is everything the world has become so far, and it's really an incredible sight when you're looking at everything objectively here. There is so much to go through, and actually, like some of the stuff I've actually never seen before. So we're going to learn through all these things together. You might be like, what is all this? I got a lot to explain here. So let me start with, I feel like I'm telling a story. I'll start with the origins, and probably, let me get down here first. I'm going to go all the way to here and just land right here. I'm going to adjust the render distance because it is it's a lot. All right. So this is welcome to Bob SMP. When you first start in the server, you actually spawn right here. Is there any way for me to lower this? Hold on. Biome blend, minimap, distortion effects. Sure. Is there anything else I can do? Probably. Max frame rate. Yeah, let's go for unlimited. All right, cool. So I'm trying here. So you start off right here, and this is actually right where spawn is for the entire world. So we actually lucked out and found this kind of cave over here, this mountainside, in which we decided to get, I just hiccuped, get all the resources from, and we actually established our main base over in this side of the mountain that has stood the test of time all the way through. So it started way over toward, there's a lot of stuff here, man. We made a lot of progress. So this mountain right here, in this section over here, is where it first started out with the entirety of the world. We had like a little farm down here and everything else, and it basically grew into that being the entire base of operations for everything. So now that that exists, everything else has kind of flourished all around it. So I'm going to go through as many things as I can. There are multiple sections to this world. There's a lot of farms. There's a lot of things going on here. I'm going to go into the nuts and bolts of it in the next episode. But for right now, I'm going to give you a brief overview of just how things look. This is the progress that was made over the course of 8 months, I believe. You can't see anything. Hold on. When I'm on ground level, I'm losing all the things here. Render distance will go to 13. Sure. Yeah, I just want you to be able to see everything in one shot here. So yeah, this is like everything. Now you might ask, Brian, what did you build of all this? What was of your construction? And as I'm looking around, every single thing was created by somebody else except for this tree over here in the middle. This bee tree is my bee tree. Nobody else touches the bee tree. This is the thing that I made from the very beginning. And this was my one and only contribution to the server in the very beginning that I felt was worthwhile. As you know, I love the bees. The bees exist around here. If not, they're already dead. So that might be a thing. I got to get more. Red sus. Okay, I don't know what that means, but whatever. So the bees would live over here. They would get honey. We would have, the honey usable for whatever we needed it to be. And I made this tree. And I thought it was pretty good until I saw these guys build literally everything else. So that tree exists there as an homage to my lack of building ability, which I hope to improve over the course of this series. Over on this mountainside over here, you already saw my house. This mountainside over here is where another person on this server initially had their house. His name is Elijah E. Logger. He had his house as a cottage, a very tall cottage on the top of here, and he put it there because my initial house was right in this little corner where this mushroom thing was. And he wanted to be, as he said, always looking over me. So he put his house on the mountaintop. So if that's not incredibly creepy, I don't know what is. So now he's making a definitely not Tony Stark inspired Malibu mansion on top of the mountainside. He has said it's that's bad. But now I can handle it, so that's good. But yeah, he said that's kind of what he's doing. So I don't know what he's gonna do with all the space. The palm trees are actually looking pretty good. You notice all these beacons are everywhere. It's a whole big thing. I'm gonna get into so much throughout this series, but yeah. So this is his house over here. I'll show you the main houses of each of the players so far. I believe, yep, I don't think he moved at all. But this house over here is Anthony's house. Okay, don't get hit by a tree, Brian. You could tell that Anthony's a very proficient builder because he has all these incredible details here, like guards in the very front, guarding his castle. And it is absolutely stunning how much effort he put into this. The top is all prismarine. You have Anthony's mailbox over here. And you may be like, Anthony's stasis chamber, only press when told by me. I'll explain what that is in the next episode. But now there's all sorts of awesomeness going on with his house. And that has been there for quite a little while. And he did a great job with it. I'll show you where Brandino's original house was. It's actually right over toward this way. This is his first house he made. But Brandino has been slacking with the house department, at least in the beginning, because he was so focused on doing all these other technical things on the map that he didn't get around to actually customizing his house here for a very long time. So that's apparently Rick Astley, so there you go. But yeah, a very simple, humble abode to get him started. And yeah, this is his house. So that is a basic summary, a basic gist of the houses. And obviously there are other houses around here. They are not currently occupied by any players. As far as I am willing to say right now, we are not inviting randos into here. So if you're like, Mr. O'Brien, can I please play on your server? The answer is going to be no. Because we can't just allow anybody to be on here and potentially mess everything up. And it's not that I don't trust all of you, but it's that I don't trust all of you. So that's kind of how it's going to be for right now. But I'm going to continue to explain things, a part of this playthrough. Again, some of these things I haven't actually known. And then, obviously, I'm going to go into 1.17 and actually get to the bulk of the point of this playthrough for this Minecraft series. So, I hope you've enjoyed this first look. Haven't even dived into the graveyard. There's a zoo. There's a lot of farms. There's a whole lot of things that are around here. But I hope you are excited for them. I know I am, and I know these guys have been working very, very diligently over these months, not knowing that I was going to do a video series for the most part, but I wanted to be able to showcase their work for the World Wide Web, which is all of you. So I hope you have an amazing day. Make sure you treat yourself as kindly as you possibly can. And I could just fly on there. I'm not going to do that, but whatever. I will talk to you in the next episode of this series, and I'm going to show you more of the buildings and what all these things do. All right? Have yourselves a great day. Bye.